Results need to be tangible and touch the hearts rather than just, the minds of the people who are so keen on numbers. It's about what do we want for the next generation.
At this 24th Europe-wide summit of the EPP Group, leaders from national parliaments across the EU join with leaders here in Brussels. On the agenda, the major challenges facing Europe, and they are many, says Esther de Lange. She's the EPP Group's vice chair responsible for relations with national parliaments.
It became very clear that despite the fact that we're all EPP politicians, there's a different reality in our member states than there is in Brussels. And acknowledging that fact helps us actually to come up with solutions and bridge that divide.
With so many tough challenges facing the EU, this gathering had 2 sessions on the future of Europe, with a second focusing on Brexit and beyond. And it got insight from the President of the European Commission.
I do think that we have to change our wording. We should stop tell people that we are aiming at having, by the end of the day, a kind of United States of Europe. That's not what our citizens want. They want to be what they are, nationals, regionalists, and Europeans.
The former head of the European Council issued a warning.
If traditional parties can't provide the right answers, the voters are ready to believe empty promises and even lies coming from outsiders or extremists. And if people are really afraid, they will be ready to prefer less migration, even at the cost of their own prosperity.
Commission Vice President Jyrki Katainen focused on the way forward in creating more jobs for Europeans.
For instance, if looking at the digital single market side, there are lots of concrete issues in which we can change Europe towards a more competitive market. Also, if looking at the concrete legislative proposals under circular economy thinking, there are lots of good things happening.
On Britain's plans to leave the EU, comment from David McAllister, who chairs the EPP UK Advisory Group.
We need clarity before the next European elections in May 2019. The British have asked for this divorce, not us. And the Article 50 procedure is very clear, and I understand that the UK government needed some time to sort things out, to make up their mind what exactly they want, but they should be very clear in now triggering the Article 50 procedure.
Rafał Trzaskowski, a former EPP Group MEP and vice chair of his Parliament's European Affairs Committee, spoke on the need to show Europeans concrete deliverables that improve their lives. He also called on the EU to maintain its strong stand against the Polish government's policies, criticized as anti-democratic toward the media and justice system.
They're breaking the European rules and values on many different aspects, and that's why we need to stand strong. And also that's why we think that the European institutions have to be strong and demand the Polish government to actually change its stance.
The way forward, as leaders discussed here, is a difficult one, requiring statesmanship and concrete action. Europeans are depending on it to keep the European project on track, creating more jobs and growth, as important European elections loom next year. Find out more about the activities of the largest political force in Parliament by checking eppgroup.eu. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.